Another chunk out of the same podcast. And I think Frank, the host, is the first voice we'll hear, and then we'll just listen to the answer.
Just today, we're recording this on Tuesday. After weeks of building public pressure, Secretary Pete appeared on Good Morning America with George Stephanopoulos to make this announcement.
But there's another side to the story, which is making sure that we move forward on rail safety in this country. The NTSB, National Transportation Safety Board, is an independent body, and they are independently doing their investigative work. But we don't have to wait for their final report to know that some things need to change. And so today, we are pushing forward a three-part drive on rail safety. Things that we're doing at the Department of Transportation to raise the bar, things that we need help from Congress to do in order to hold rail companies accountable, and things that this industry needs to do differently. I got to tell you, ever since I came into this job, I have seen the power that multi-billion-dollar railroad companies wield, and they fight safety regulations tooth and nail. That's got to change. The future cannot.
Dude, we've seen the power. We've seen the power that these businesses to fight safety. You are fighting on their behalf, Pete, as if he's watching. You are the problem. People like you, they pay you, they buy you. You're bought into their worldview. You're a defender of their principles. You work for McKinsey. You use the military service as a backdrop, as a prop for your fucking ambitions. You've only ever served these people. He's sitting here pretending like he gives a shit because he knows that people believe lies. He knows that it's easy to lie in this country. We don't hold people to account for this kind of nonsense, for all this bullshit. Let's just keep going. I do want to hear what the response is to this, so I might let this play till after Pete talks.
Be like the past, and I am calling for that change to begin right away.
You're saying it should begin right away, but Ohio Senator J.D. Vance has said that the administration was loosening rail regulations.
No, I'm happy to talk with him more if he wants to understand the work that we're doing.
I mean, whenever you play these clips, it's so fascinating to me because I never, I don't listen to this. I usually just read, and he audibly gulped before he said multi-billion-dollar railroad.
It pained him.
It made him nervous. Yeah, it made him nervous.
He audibly gulped. Let's go back a little. Listen to it again.
Senator J.D. Vance has said that the administration was loosening rail rates.
Multi-billion-dollar and things that.
Okay, it's in this chunk here.
This industry needs to do differently. I got to tell you, ever since I came into this job, I have seen the power that multi-billion-dollar railroad companies wield.
I have seen the power. That multi-billion-dollar, like the. Okay, I want to hear the guy.
He audibly gulped before he said multi-billion-dollar railroad.
It pained him.
It made him nervous. Yeah, it made him nervous. He audibly gulped. He's like, "Oh no, my corporate
Don't say the B word. Don't say the B word."
Yeah.
So what do you all think about this announcement? Is he finally rising to the occasion? Is this lip service? What do we make of this?
Okay, so two things. Number one, we don't have to wait until the completion of this inspection to know that something fundamental needs to change. That's like a very easy day one statement to make, and also the complete opposite of what he has been saying in all of his previous statements, which is we are going to wait until the conclusion of this investigation. I think it's undeniable that without the pressure, from our reporting, from now the broader reporting that's broken out from this kind of statement would not have happened. Even so, I'm just looking at the list of things that the Department of Transportation is saying it's going to do. The first column is what they're calling on Norfolk Southern to do. Number one is encouraging Norfolk Southern to join a close call reporting program where railroads and employees can report unsafe events. Again, this is something that if he wanted to, and I believe he's been encouraged by rail unions to do, he could make this mandatory. He doesn't just have to ask the railroad nicely to please let employees report when trains might crash in the future.
Please, can I please keep the donations flowing? Please, I'm going to need your money. He's setting up relationships. He's defending the work he's done, which is to glue himself to these monsters, these capitalist monsters who own the society, and he's going to need to feed off their largesse, and they're going to also need his political connections, you know, his abilities as a public communicator, because they're trying to set up the new generation of Nancy Pelosi's. That's why, you know, yeah. It's a little bit more of this. I
was just going to say, very level answer from Rebecca. And the only thing I would add is just like what an about face that is from how he was, you know, first silent for 10 days, then saying like, oh, we're constrained, you know, Congress should act if they want to. And then just within a couple of days, calling out the railroad industry and saying that he does have, you know, executive authority to do something. Again, to Rebecca's point, like there's until sort of comprehensive rulemaking has happened, you know, until he's actually done something, there's not anything to like celebrate necessarily, but it's just a remarkable shift that can only happen, you know, sort of under immense pressure. And I think the lever did play a big role in that.
Yeah, I think that's right.
All right. Well done, guys. Keep it up. That's why we need journalism. That's why we need good journalism. And it's a tragedy that there's so much less, you know, loss of local journalism throughout the realm. Big problem that is. Even Mitch McConnell went after him.